We're up in the section where we're going to talk a little bit about the SSV water program, just a little bit. So by now you probably know me. I'm the guy on the left there as well, the director of the Sustainable Life program. But I do lead a double life, and I am also the director of the SSV water program. And so in terms of background, though, I just wanted to introduce Watson, that Watson Hanson has just completed his environmental science master's at the University of San Francisco with special emphasis in mapping with the Geospatial Analysis Lab at USF, and has been helping us with a mapping Palooza. So first, a little bit about the water program. There's basically three stools of, or three legs of the water program. The first one is something we do called wet talks, and where those are about hour-and-a-half events, pretty much hour presentations with about a half hour of Q&A, and they're pretty in-depth. We really have been blessed with some great speakers, as I don't know if you can see all of them just in the screen, but Felicia Marcus, who actually was our last speaker yesterday, was our first speaker in the wet talks, and Nusha Ajami from Stanford has been involved. We've had a number of people from Pacific Institute. It's a leading research group within on water issues in California and around the world. And so we've been good with that. And our last one was actually about San Francisco Bay, with basically the two guys that are, really the main regulators of the Bay, and Tom Mumley from the Bay Area Water Board, and David Smith of the EPA Region 9. And that was a fascinating view. Between them, they're young guys, but between them, they have something like 65 years of domain experience within their organizations, which is a long time. And it really showed, with the range of knowledge about the Bay. We will have another wet talk coming up pretty soon, so we'll be announcing that. So Sustainapalooza, the idea for Sustainapalooza grew out of our annual event, Waterpalooza, and that was another 2-day event. Was actually 2 full days and 19 sessions, and quite an event we had last year. It was online last year. Most likely it'll be online this year, in probably the 3rd week of September, and we get to start working on that once Sustainapalooza is over. So the other thing here, the WRT stands for Water Roundtables. And these are, unlike the other 2 events, which are broadcast, very public-facing events, Water Roundtables are designed to gather together key people, stakeholders, if you will, who basically have some difficult conversations about a number of different kind of items or issues that where everyone doesn't agree with everything. And the goal, though, is to infect everyone with heightened understanding of everyone else's positions, and to really see if we can move the needle on these issues. And so those are the 3 things about the water program. And now, Watson, you can grab the screen. I'll let go of this, and we can talk about what's been going on with mapping and SSV GIS.
Yeah, sure. I'll go quick because I don't want to eat too much into Tom Cabot's time. But basically, we've been working on creating a map that displays retail water districts or retail water suppliers in and around the Bay Area. And has found this kind of important as many of us, I'm sure, know, we're heading into another drought, and having access to information around water conservation and things we can be doing is important. This project essentially involves downloading data from the California State Geoportal and then kind of trimming it and then adding in those links. And I'll jump right to the map here. Here's a screenshot, but this should take us to the map. My internet's working, yeah. And so this is, you can see each of these little blue shape files represents a water district, a retail water district in and around the Bay Area. And the idea is to potentially, have this a resource available for people to utilize. So here's an example. You can, either click on if you know exactly where you live, say in Oakland, or you can type in an address here as well. But clicking on this shape pops up this little bubble, and then you can expand by clicking on the link and kind of being brought right to the more information around conservation and rebates for each individual supplier. And we're hoping to kind of expand on this in the future, incorporating some data and information from the 2020 census, which a lot of stuff has been coming out recently, or they've been expanding on that information recently, and then also incorporating some things from Cal EPA's EnviroScreen.
Yes, there's no shortage of ideas.
I don't know, we have like a minute, but if there's any questions about any of that.
Well, actually, you talked quickly about the first map so just as an example, this would be identifying, I guess we didn't really find that there was a Bay Area wide identification of retail water providers.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I just wanted to emphasize that was the goal of this first map. And also we wanted to get into story maps. And I wonder if you could explain that.
Sure, yeah. I can, well, story maps are basically an integrated post or blog post or sort of article where there is a clickable map that you can utilize and sort of read alongside the information, as well as being able to literally click on a map next to it. So it's a helpful way of not only just having a map, but learning more about the backstory and the goals and again, potential kind of future expansions on that particular map. So we've also been working on that and trying to incorporate that into the SSV website, and there's so many possibilities to expand to other areas of the organization.